30 racks of PBR. That's for real.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
they're just being a bunch of bitches.
Fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
what's going on? Is he pulling out his dick?
Yeah, it does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live, on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, anything loud, anything heavy. We've got a little bit better of an amount of artist new releases, we'll say, this week, and just classic news. And as anyone might remember, might not remember, we're going to be only talking about that today on Wednesday, and then today on Friday, we'll have our little goofy segment. We're gonna get real goofy with y'all, so keep an eye out for
He said
that.
goofy.
Yeah, dude. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into our tracks of the week. Ryan, what have you been listening to this week?
Yeah, man. I love how you're just gonna like start in here and pretend like we haven't seen each other all week, as if we weren't just at our company holiday party bowling together.
Exactly. Having a great time.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
First, new things all around. To be honest with you, I think that was the first time that ever since I was like 16 or 17 that I've bowled sober. Thanks to Dry January.
I was talking to Billy about that. The reason why I was sucking so bad tonight is because the last time I went bowling, I was in Louisville at this like Big Lebowski themed place, and I had at least 2 White Russians before the end of my first game, and I was doing great then. It wasn't the same this time, so I think that was the reason. It's Dry January, and I'm sucking.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I think it was the opposite for me. I normally am like pretty mediocre. I wouldn't say that I'm good by any means. I wouldn't say that I'm bad by any means, but I don't know. Today, I was just locked in, dude. I was bowling pretty good at the beginning, and then it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, we really phoned it in on that second game for sure.
Yeah. I didn't even look at my score for the last game. I was just
I didn't look at mine.
I missed my I missed my fucking my pickup on my 10th frame, and I was pissed off, and I just walked
I did want to mention this. Y'all were so locked into a conversation like at the end. And your guys' last frame was honestly in the most realistic way possible kind of ass. I hit my first strike of that second game on the beginning of the 10th frame, and nobody saw it. I was just like, all right,
man.
I guess y'all had already checked me out already. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was checked out too, so don't worry.
Sorry, dude.
It's all right.
It's all right. We'll make up for it
of course.
Now that we've decided that our group of 4 it was so fun playing together. We should start a bowling. We should start a bowling team for the
just get in the league, dude. Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right? I'm down. I like it. Well, getting into the actual shit. I've been changing it up a little bit. Still listening to a little bit of Viagra Boys, but thank God I'm starting to get burnt out a tiny bit on it.
Yeah, right.
So I've been changing it up a little bit. What the fuck have I been listening to? I've been listening to just a lot of different stuff, but some hardcore stuff. Specifically the band for my track of the week. I've been listening to some Drain lately.
Nice.
And my track of the week, I was listening to it on the way home from bowling tonight, but my track is Stealing Happiness from Tomorrow. And
sounds deep.
I always have a story for you. So here's my story why I picked it. Not only is it an awesome track, heavy hitting opening track for the new album, but fucking they always say that when you drink, you're stealing happiness from tomorrow.
Huh.
And my first couple weeks of January being drink free, I've been feeling really fucking good, to be honest with
Hell
you.
yeah.
And
Nice.
I I can see it, dude. I've been stealing happiness from tomorrow every day of my life, up
Right.
until fucking January 1st.
Right.
Um, so yeah, but it's been good. It's been a good month so far. I don't know how you're feeling. I know this is your first one,
Uh,
officially.
so let me say this. Like, I spent most of my life not drinking, so I had a good
Right.
foundation. Um, always been more of a toker myself for a long time.
Yeah.
But that I kind of swapped those when I started drinking more. Obviously, working at a bar, like it's way easier accessed. And doing
Right.
all my cocktail specials and infusions, like I'm always taste testing and trying to make things better and all that. So
Right.
it's just been a constant stream of drinking. So now that I've had this month of, or the last year going into this month of just habits, I'm a closer most of the time. So when I get to that last little bit, the home stretch, no other customers, I'm
Get some
cleaning, I'll
drinks.
pour myself a
Yeah.
beer. You know what I mean? I'll go see the other bartender. We'll have a shot for a good day. Hey, we made it through today. Let's have a shot. Why not?
Right.
Uh, and no, I feel disconnected. I'm still like going over and talking to the bartenders and stuff. Still chatting with people. I'm still doing that normal stuff, but like I'm just
It's just
missing out
not
on
the
that.
same.
It's just not the same,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's and I've used this joke already multiple times in conversations with you and actually Billy too. Is funny. I'm gonna borrow this from Lincoln Park, but breaking the habit has been the
Yeah.
hardest thing. So yeah, that's all it is. I've been tired more, but like I don't know. I haven't really seen a big upswing in energy at all. My back's been fucked up, so like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not really that different. I'm just not drinking. I'm like, wow, this kind of sucks. So I'll see it
Yeah.
for what it is, though, when the month is over, and I'll be happy that I did it. That's the whole purpose, is to make it through. You know what I mean? So just
Right.
do a little reset.
No,
That's about it.
I will say it is gonna look like I'm drinking, but I in fact
Ooh, the
you can't
NA
really see it, but
Michelob Ultra.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, I'm stuck with my default, dude. I wanted some Pepsi. This one's for you, Mike.
Thank God you got it for yourself because no one was getting it
Exactly.
for you.
No one was gonna get it for me, dude. My mom's in Arizona. She couldn't
No.
even get it for me if she wanted to. Uh, she's just screaming, "Tyler, Tyler, what's wrong, dude? Are you on drugs?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna segue into my track of the week. You were giving me shit about this earlier, and you know what? I don't care, dude. I love these guys. They're so good. They fill me. They steal my happiness today. That's what it is. They're one up from Drain. Um, but yeah, I picked the song "Goner" by Waves from their new album Spun. Um, just a solid track. Anything that they put out, there's no story behind this. It's a fucking bop. Um,
Yeah.
they got a good energy. I just always feel good listening to them. Their lyrical content definitely doesn't portray that all the time, but it's fine. They give you a nice little package to listen to it in, and I love that. So I live vicariously
Oh,
through that.
I like that you like listening to packages.
Thanks.
Uh, no, I wasn't giving you shit per se, but I just think that it's
You
funny that
essentially you essentially called me a pussy without saying that. All right.
I did no such thing.
All right.
Um, I wouldn't toxic masculinity you. But
That's fine.
I do think it is funny that on a show where we mostly talk about metal music, you hardly ever put metal music as your track of the week.
Because it's loud. All right. It's in your face.
Yeah. Yep.
It's fine. I'll pick one out next week. All right. I'll make sure that
No,
I
I don't
get the
want
most
I'm not trying
guttural,
to nope, I'm
disgusting.
not trying to peer pressure you, man. If you don't like metal, you could just say it. It's fine.
I'm all right with it.
Anyways, no, I like waves. So
Yeah.
I like your track of the week, buddy.
Hell yeah. Thanks.
Um, but yeah, fucking moving into the shit for today. We got quite a bit of it actually. Um, we got some tracks released. We got quite a bit of news. And we got one tour announcement. So a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Um, Starting with the new releases of the week. This one's a new band for me. Just found out about these guys, but I'm liking them. And that is by Silosis, a UK metalcore band. They
Nice.
released a new single called Erased. And it actually came out with a music video, which I watched. And this is the second single that they've released for their new album, The New Flesh, which comes out February 20th on Nuclear Blast.
Hell, yeah, that's a good
Nuclear
record
Blast
label.
usually, yeah, they usually put out some pretty solid shit. So when I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna check these guys out, and they're fucking
Right.
good. Um, I know you're not a big metal guy, so you probably didn't really listen to this track this week.
No, I didn't listen to it. That fell under my radar, unfortunately.
That's all right. I highly recommend it. They've got two
Okay.
tracks out for this new album. One of them's called The New Flesh. And then this song is pretty fucking good. So
I looked them
highly
up real
recommend.
quick, and I love their album art. That's up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good. I feel like when I was looking into them, I feel like they came across my I don't know, my shit because they were somehow linked with Orbit Culture, I feel like. Maybe they're going on tour with them or something, or maybe they collaborated on a song. Either way, um, both newer bands for me, but I'm liking it. I needed something new to listen to, you know.
Yeah, I
I've
wouldn't
been
know how
dying
that
for
feels. I don't listen to new
it.
stuff.
Just listening to the same shit over and over. That's all right. When you find something you like, it's hard to move on.
Exactly.
I do this shit where like I don't really change it up. I find something I like and then I'll listen to that non fucking stop for like a month straight until
Okay.
I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Right.
And then it just gets cataloged in the back of my brain. I pull it
Same
out
here.
every once in a while, but I usually just keep moving.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, check that out. Next up, we got a pretty cool release, actually. I know that we talked about them recently about me and you not really putting a whole lot of time into this band.
Right.
But Pussifer, Maynard James Keenan side project, released a new track called Impetuous. This is a single off of their upcoming album called Normal, Isn't It? Which is coming out February 9th. And it also came along with a comic book style visualizer on YouTube. Um, and it is sweet. I had to watch it twice. I listened to the song and then I watched the actual video and read the comic book I don't know, script. And the art style is really cool. The script is really funny, actually.
Hell yeah.
And this song is pretty cool. It's different, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to take a deep dive into Pussifer because I've been digging this stuff. And actually, I'm
Hell yeah.
listening to him right now.
Yeah. I had to pop the video on real quick. I'm watching it live here on the Riff Report. And
Yeah,
so
it's
far seems
cool.
pretty cool. Right.
Yeah, we'll talk a little more about the video later on in artist news. So I'll keep things
Okay.
moving for now. We'll come back to it.
Hell yeah.
Um Next up, this isn't a new track, but we got a re-recording of an old classic track. We got a re-recording of Hard Times by the Cro-Mags. This is coming out. It's called the Wired for Chaos sessions. Apparently, this updated version is being issued physically via Decibel Magazine's Flexi Disc series. So I think it's coming with a copy of Decimal Magazine. So if you see that out in your store, and it's got a CD in it, you might get lucky and get this Cro-Max CD.
Hell yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's been recorded in connection with the 2024 documentary Harley Flanagan Wired for Chaos. And this track is fucking solid anyway, but this new re-recording is it fucking hits hard. It sounds so good.
Nice.
Are you much of a Chromax guy? You ever listen to them?
They've popped in playlists in the past, some of my punk stuff, but
Hmm.
never have I like sat down. I don't own any records by them. I can't list off any songs, that sort of thing. They're just
Yeah,
kind of their
it's all right.
playlist, my ear adjacent, not quite in my
Yeah,
sphere. So,
yeah, yeah. These guys are fucking OG hardcore dudes,
oh yeah.
um, and I like it. I don't really listen to them a ton, but when I'm feeling that kind of vibe, when I want to like kick it back a little bit,
Right.
I'll
Yeah.
throw them on,
Oh yeah.
and it feels good. We got a new track out by Angel Dust. The track's called I'm the Outside. And this is another single off their upcoming album, Cold to the Touch. It's coming out February 13th on Run for Cover Records. Um, and there is a music video that got released with this as well that was
Oh
directed
yeah.
by Tyler Bradbury. I
Sounds
did a
like a
little bit
cool
of
guy.
digging. Yeah, I did a little bit of digging into him. Turns out he's just like a videographer dude. He doesn't really have any like serious ties into hardcore punk other than the fact that
Oh,
he's done another music video for Angel Dust before. But I watched the video. It was a pretty cool video. I like the
nice.
way it's shot. So good job, Tyler.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
The song, I think we've talked about him in the past. Angel Dust isn't quite
Uh-huh.
my favorite.
Right.
I dig them, but I dig some of their older, faster stuff, the more hardcore stuff. This stuff's a little on the lighter side, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Come summertime, I feel like this music fits my vibe a little more.
Yeah.
It's
I can agree with that.
it's very sunshine, skateboardy kind of music, you know.
Right. Just like waves, dude.
Exactly like waves.
Right.
Um, but yeah, we got
I'm sorry, I took the
we
wind right
got
out of your sails with that one.
you did. um, but moving on, we got a
Yep.
new track by the black metal band Mayhem. The new track is called Life is a Corpse You Drag. This is coming on their seventh studio album titled Liturgy of Death, which is coming out February 6th on Century Media Records, which is also another fucking super solid record label.
Right.
Um, and I'm sensing a trend here. We got new Mayhem in February. We got new Angel Dust in February. We got this new Silosis coming out in February. So it sounds like February is going to be a pretty good month for us as well,
Good
dude.
one. Right. Excited to talk about it. Maybe
Yeah,
actually
right.
listen to it too. We'll see. I'll consider it.
We got some time now.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I really need to do that would help me out a ton for myself.
Mhm.
But I need to get a calendar and write down release dates on the fucking calendar so I know what to look for.
Did you not get your nuclear plant
I
warning
did, but
emergency?
I did. But you know what pissed me
What?
off? So in my kitchen, I had my old calendar, which was a like it was an awesome calendar. I got it as a gag gift for Christmas, but it was
Oh yeah.
like the different things in nature that look like penises.
Oh.
Um,
The best
It was
kind.
great. Yeah. Well, what kind of foods? You know what kind of foods look like penises? The best kind.
The best kind.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, no, I fucking had that hanging up. It was on
Oh,
December, getting ready to end. I got the new cook plant fucking calendar. I put that behind it, hanging up. When I went to go take down the old one, I accidentally ripped the fucking new one.
oh, damn.
Uh, and yeah, it was just heartbreaking. But I ended up going and buying a new one. Aldi had these like premium calendars that are made of like water, like thick waterproof material that
Right.
doesn't rip. So I was super happy about that. But I'm gonna need to get
Oh,
another one so I can keep track of
yeah.
these releases. Um,
I might have an extra
but
one
speaking of,
floating around, so I will just throw it your way.
oh, nice. Is it a Tyler calendar?
Uh, what do you mean a Tyler calendar? What's that supposed to?
Like I don't know, like you like pose for the different months of the year.
Oh, oh, it could be. Do you want one? Do you think I could sell them?
uh,
I think so.
I think you, I think you try. I
All
mean,
right. Thanks, man.
between Kat and your mom, you'd sell at least two.
It's two more than zero, so it's perfect. It's a good start. It's a good
The
foundation. No, it
the
is
fucking
not.
minimum,
Right.
the minimum order is
Uh,
24.
right. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, that's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be hard pressed to make my money on those. No, I was gonna say it's just like the local fucking St. Joe Today one. So sorry, you'll get access to all the events around town.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No,
No, you know what? We should do a fucking Riff Report calendar one of these days,
that'd be
one of
cool.
these years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're gonna
Start
pose and
getting it ready.
everything, do like firemen, like
Yeah,
you know what I
maybe.
mean? Fucking
I
yeah,
mean,
I could see it.
or you know what would be really good is if we did like on Tacoma FD, the
Uh-huh.
fucking fruits and vegetables.
I don't remember that
You
episode.
remember that
What?
episode?
No.
Oh, damn. Um, fucking Andy's mom gets really mad at him for posing risque. She
Right.
doesn't want him to do it, and then she ends up coming around and sees how
Hell
much
yeah.
fun he was having with his friends. Either
Right.
way, well, it sounds like you're gonna need to fucking rewatch Tacoma
I got to
FD.
catch up on Tacoma. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing? I
I
actually
don't
want to
know.
rewatch
Wasting
that
my
now.
life. Yeah. Right.
I'm trying. I'm hoping that if I can rewatch Tacoma FD like once every 3 months or so, the
Mhm.
network has got to put it back on air.
That's good. That's a good thought process for sure. How long has it been
Yep.
canceled for? I feel like season
I
four
feel
just
like
came out last couple years.
yeah, I think it got canceled like right after that.
Oh,
But all you guys out there, watch Tacoma FD, please.
yes.
If not for you, do it for me because I'm trying to get another season. Um,
Oh yeah.
the last release that we got for the day is an album release, one that I've been listening to quite a bit. So earlier, when you asked me what I've been listening to lately, I actually been listening to a lot of Lionheart.
Nice. You
They
seem
came
pretty
out their new
excited to talk
album.
about it. Yeah, today.
Yeah, it's good. They came out with their new album. It's called Valley of Death 2. And these guys are Bay Area, California hardcore band. Pretty tough. They kind of got that like not hip hop. It's kind of like the hip hop vocals almost. He's got
Right.
like a tone to him. You should check out the song "Chewing Through the Leash," which features Matt Honeycutt of Kubla Khan.
Okay.
It's a tough track. Um, it the whole album's really good. I can't really call out any tracks other than that. Ice Cold was really good. We talked about it, I think
Yeah.
last week maybe. Um, but the whole album's pretty good. And I'm a big fan of where, like, if you listen to the whole album, the radio that follows that turns into a really good shit too.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's what I've been listening to lately, Tyler.
Nice.
Just some
Love that.
fucking tough, just some
Yeah, some
tough.
tough
Ow, ow.
music, dude. Right.
Yeah, dude. Where
Dragging
my
those knuckles
dog
on the
was
ground.
at.
Right.
Ow, ow.
Ooh, ooh, sick 'em. Let's go ahead and transition into some artist news. We got an update from Matt Leafy of Trivium that they are back in the studio. This is following up their EP Struck Dead, which we decided that Ryan really likes the music. I like the art, but I have listened to it a couple times and it's really good. So whatever they got
That
coming
shit
up
fucking rips.
is going to be awesome. This is going to be the first release with their new drummer Alex Rudinger, who you have
Yep.
talked about
Yep.
to me
I
in the
love this guy.
past. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. So, played for
Yeah,
what Whitechapel, the
yep.
Harp Machine, and
Yep. Those guys
Faceless as
were
well, some
sweet.
others.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, this guy's fucking sick. You should if you are on Instagram, you should follow him on Instagram. He does a lot of drum covers and playthroughs and shit. And
I
this
think
guy's a
you've sent me a
dog.
couple, and I did a little bit of a dive, not too deep. I was in the shallow end, but I still dived a little bit and
Yeah,
got
right
my
on.
feet wet. And whatever he was playing was fucking sick. I'm just not personally a drummer myself, so I don't.
Right.
I
Right.
appreciate the musicality of it, but like the
Yeah.
technicality, I'm a little lost
Yeah.
on. But it still
You
looks
can't,
cool.
yeah, you
So
can't really. Hell yeah.
exactly. We did get some news from the Foo Fighters as well. They will
The
be
fight is a
the
foo.
fight. Yeah, Fighters of Foo. They
Did you
just
ever
announced
just
set what?
not to sidetrack us, but
No,
did you ever see that story from Dave Grohl? I mean, he's
I
talking
don't think I
about
have.
he's in an interview. I can't
Uh,
remember what it's from. I'm gonna have to look it up and send you the video because he tells it better than I do. But he's like
right.
talking about how they're at an awards show one time and fucking um
Christopher
god damn
Walken.
it. Why am I Yeah, Christopher Walken was
Mhm.
introducing them onto the stage. And before the show, Christopher Walken went up to Dave Grohl and was like, "Hey, just so that I can do this right, which
Yeah.
word is the emphasis on? Is it on foo or fighters?" And Dave's like, "I don't know, man. I think it's like on the whole thing." And he was like, "Welcome to the stage, the Foo Fighters."
Fighters.
Uh, and I fucking love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check that out because it sounds like a beautifully told story by. You said it was Dave who was talking about it
Yeah.
in an interview. Hell yeah, I'm sure he painted that picture very well. But longtime member Pat Smear injured his left foot in what has been described as a bizarre gardening accident, and will be missing out on their upcoming shows. Looking at some like news releases, they had dedicated a song to Pat due to his absence. And you know what song they played?
Oh God, I want to know.
It's My Hero. They played My Hero and dedicated
Ah,
it to Pat.
I mean,
I
Pat
love
should
that.
be their hero. He's like one of the longest standing members.
Right. As far as I understand the not necessarily timeline, but he had played in Nirvana with them as
Yep.
like a touring guy. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
been
pretty
in it
sure he
like the whole
was
time.
pretty sure he was a guitar player for the punk band Germ before.
Yes, he was,
And
dude. Yeah.
yeah,
Did
and
he
then
play what
somehow
was the other
Dave
ones? Slash? That was
was
Dave's band beforehand or something?
Dave's punk band before he joined Nirvana.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that Scream.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Scream. Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to find out that Pat was in the Germs because on one of the Tony Hawk games, Lexicon Devil was on that playlist and I loved it. So I was looking through and popped it on one time and I was like, I wonder who's in this band, you know? And yeah,
Yeah.
found out Pat Smear and then fucking connected the dots. Was like, oh, that's so cool. So
Holy shit.
they hold a special
Yeah.
place in my heart. So, but
Hell yeah.
filling in for Pat is guitar wizard, excuse me, Jason Faulkner, who's played for Beck and Saint Vincent. Dates include that will be affected include shows in Mexico, LA, and Australia, down under, just like Pat,
Yes.
down under.
Sounds like they're just 3 shows. So that's
Okay.
not too bad.
Right. But he will be
I do want
missed.
to know.
And
I didn't look into it too hard, but it looks like he smashed the it said he smashed the shit out of his left foot.
right.
I wonder what the fuck he did.
Yeah,
It
I
was in the
was
garden.
right. So like maybe he was picking something up and just like dropped it.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I never really got like actual details. But let's see
Yeah,
if I can
dude,
find something real
I
quick.
didn't know there was I didn't know that there was tons of gardening accidents that happen. I'm gonna have to look up how many gardening accents at fucking Jesus accidents happen every year. Because I
Right.
can't imagine that the number's very high, but fucking pretty important dude had to fuck himself up in his garden.
Well, there's a picture. I don't know if you saw the post. It's on Instagram, but they made a whole like tabloid post about it, and it's Pat
Uh
on a like a stretcher, like a
I did see
med
that with
cart.
like his foot wrapped
Yeah,
up.
yeah, foot wrapped up, and he's flipping off the camera.
Yeah, I did
Um,
see that actually.
yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't really say though. Maybe we can find it on Reddit with some deeper searches, but I don't want to dedicate that kind of time.
Did
Uh,
you
yeah.
in the
What?
tabloid picture? Did you read the headlines on on the top?
Not all
It
the way, no.
said one of them says aliens spotted warming up for spring training, and then the next one says 2026 fried chicken and champagne diet tips.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love
That's
it.
awesome. We got some news from ex-Turnstile guitarist Brady Ebert about a new project, the SET. They have announced that they will be signing with Flat Spot Records, um, which has bands like End It, Drain, Scowl, Speed, Pigpen. I love
Yeah,
that
dude.
name. Never heard of the band. High Vis with them as well. Their EP will be coming soon. Have you heard anything from this new project?
They haven't released anything, so no.
Okay.
It sounds like I'm pretty excited to hear what they have to put out because one, Turnstile um, is pretty dope. But if they're signing before they even release any music with Flat Spot Records, with
Right.
all these fucking bands being label mates, it's got to be good. Um, but yeah, no, I'm super excited.
They
Yeah,
do
and you know what?
have a video out of their first full set in Maryland in
I was gonna say
September.
I think I heard that they've played 2 shows so far.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, I haven't watched any of that video. I don't know if I
Okay.
want to. I think I wanna
Uh,
wait until,
keep the mystery alive.
yeah, I think I wanna wait for some recorder to come out. There's live sets are cool to watch if, like, you're already into the band and you just wanna, like, see what kinda energy they bring live, but
Right.
that's not the way I wanna hear a project for the first time.
That's totally fair.
Um Unless I was there. If I was there, that'd be a different story.
Right.
I found tons of bands that I love um, by seeing them live before I've even heard of them. Um, One of my favorite ways to discover new music. But dude, the band Pigpen,
Mhm.
that's that new hardcore band fronted by the actor and chef Maddie Matheson.
I don't think I know that name.
You should look him up. You would probably recognize him. He's got a cooking show. I own his
Oh,
cookbook.
nice.
It's pretty
Hell yeah.
good.
I've probably
He
does
was
he do
in
stuff on like Reels and Instagram and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, he's on Instagram for sure.
Okay.
He was on the TV show The Bear,
Okay.
which I don't know if
I
you've
haven't seen
watched it
it.
all, but
No.
it's an industry show. So I would recommend. I didn't follow the Bear after their first season. I started watching the second season, and
Okay.
it lost me. But for you specifically, Tyler, I recommend you go check out the first season of the Bear. It's a good one.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Set in Chicago. Um,
Right. It's got
so that's
Lip
cool.
in it doing another show in Chicago. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I just when it comes to like I guess that's maybe I'm just like some sort of like hipster or something. I don't know, but whenever something comes out and it's like super popular, I'm like, I'm gonna give it some time. Like, you guys are all sheeple and you're just following the algorithm, and I'll judge it on my own time, and then I just don't ever watch it until like 10 years later. So yeah, we'll see. It's also
Yeah, and
on
then
Netflix, right?
it is on Hulu. It's a
Oh,
Hulu
it's
show,
on
I think.
Hulu. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
Hulu. Um
If you want, I'll pirate it for you because I'll
shit.
watch it again.
Thanks, man. R.
And fucking arr.
Yeah, there you go. Love it.
There's your thumbnail, bitch.
Right. Hell yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Um, this we've got and what am I going to describe this as? A video released of Tennessee straight edge new metal core outfit. That's it's a tongue
That's a
twister.
fucking mouthful, isn't it?
That's yeah, exactly. Orthodox is their name. They have shared a multi-cam full set video from their show at the Nile Theater in Mesa, Arizona. This was filmed on December 5th while they were on tour with Dying Wish, Static Dress, Gouge Away, one of my new more
Yeah, I love
favorite,
them.
more recent discoveries, and Bolt Cutter.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I popped it on a little bit. It's kind of cool. I've never heard of these guys before, but they sound pretty good to me. I would love to have been at that set. Did you watch any of it?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Hell yeah.
I had never heard of these guys either.
Mhm.
Um, but I saw straight edge new metal core band and I just had to see what the fuck that was.
Right.
And they're fucking good. I like them. It would have been cool to see them with Dying Wish and Gouge Away, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree
Would
with
have
that.
enjoyed that thoroughly.
Right. We did get a couple of fresh bands announced to Lamb of God's Headbangers Boat. God, if
This
I
was
had the money, I
exciting.
would love to be on one of
I
these. All
want to
these
go on this
cruises,
so bad.
they sound so cool, but no, they're like 3 or 4 grand per person, and I can't afford that.
No
But
way.
they have added California Deathcore outfits, All Shall Perish. And have also announced Death Angel, Kylesa. I think
Kylesa,
you brought them up. They're at a festival somewhere nearby. Like Milwaukee, was it Milwaukee Metal Fest?
current.
Kylesa.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Milwaukee
Uh
Metal Fest.
yeah.
They're
Who
good.
else is a Soil and Green has also been added. The
Chicago hardcore band Harm's Way.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome with these new announcements. Is this all that's been announced, or do they have more? I haven't really followed this because I can't afford it.
No, there's more.
Okay.
Just divert your eyes to a little bit lower on the
All right. You don't
paragraph
have to call me out
there.
like that. Yeah, we've got it's gonna be set in sale on October 30th through November 3rd, but we've got Lamb of God, who would have thought? Zach
Oh,
Sabbath.
what?
I would love to see I'd love to see him on his solo stuff. I caught him in the Pantera reunion a few years ago, and that was sick. But I just want to see like Black
I
Label or just
I
him,
I
you know?
saw him with Ozzy Osbourne.
Nice.
That was sick.
Oh yeah.
But right now, Tyler, you should go on YouTube and you should look up Zach Sabbath. Um, and the hold on, I got see if I can. I'm gonna look it up with you so that you
All
can
right.
watch a specific
Hell yeah.
video. Oh, Just look at War Pigs, the
Oh,
first fucking video. Um, he surprisingly has a great fucking voice. I was like, I mean, obviously he's played with Ozzy for a while, um, and various other projects. When I heard that he had started Zach Sabbath, I was kind of like, that's kind of fucking weird for such a big deal of a guitarist to start a cover
right.
band,
Yeah.
tribute band, whatever you want to call it. But dude, this is the one time I'll give a fucking tribute band a pass because it rips. It takes Sabbath songs, um, keeps them pretty true to their nature, but it has like a revitalization. Like
Right.
the the power behind it is something that's just missed from shit that was released in the fucking 70s, you know? It's just
Right.
we have technology now.
Exactly. Can make it we have the technology. Right. Perfect. Yeah, the little clip that I had listened to was pretty solid. So,
Yeah,
they did on this Headbangers boat, I did notice typed up In Flames is going to be there. That's dope. Love those guys.
that is dope.
Gwar, 200 stab wounds, DRI, yeah, a whole lot more. So,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah, this is a
awesome.
sick lineup, dude. I wish I could go. I'm so
Right.
poor though.
I was looking up tickets for the cruise skew. That's the Kevin Smith Clerks Jay and Silent Bob fucking sort of thing.
Yeah.
They did a cruise this last year. My buddy was asking me if I was gonna go, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you think I can afford a cruise?" Like, I was like, "Just for shits and gigs, let me see how much it is." And yeah, they only had a couple more rooms left, I believe, and straight up like in the middle of the boat by like the engine room or something, like the super low end of the totem pole, tickets were still like 2,300, I want to say, per
Yeah.
person. So yeah, I was like, there's no way. He didn't end up going
No.
either because yeah, he's a big con guy. So I went to a bunch of those and was like, you know what? Let's not do this, you know. Plus the amount of
Yeah,
children
I
he has
mean,
running around. I couldn't imagine.
th- uh like a normal cruise, you can get into some of those cruises for a pretty reasonable price.
Oh
If
yeah.
you just want to go out to the fucking Bahamas or the Virgin Islands or something and come back.
Right.
But for these like event cruises, I
Specialized,
feel
exactly.
I feel like
Yeah.
you're never gonna get a fucking affordable ticket for that. That's for the
No,
fucking rich fans.
exactly. It's fine. Keeps them afloat
But
so we can keep streaming and pirating their music, unfortunately. I try and support
yeah,
where I can. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah.
yeah, no,
So,
I mean pirate pirating is bad if that's all you do, but if you
right.
support, you know,
Yeah. You know, you can afford to take a couple extra eggs out of the basket every once in a while, you know.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not here to talk about ethics. You do you.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
um, we got a couple things on Poison the Well that were just released. Um, this is going to be late by the time this episode comes out, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Um, it's been almost a year since Poison the Well released their newest song, which is the first song that they've put out in 15 years. That one was called Trembling Level. They posted something on social media that seems to be a new single coming up. So that's exciting. Um, they shared a brief snippet of some material alongside the date January 13th, which is when we're recording it tomorrow. Um, and when this episode will be out yesterday. So you can go check it out. Um, I'm excited to listen to it tomorrow. But then we got this news this weekend, skip to today or yesterday, I can't remember. They announced that their new album called The Tropic Rot will arrive in just a couple months. Um, or no, it's the follow up to their 2009 album, the Tropic Rot. Sorry. The new album's going to be called Peace in Place. And they have it scheduled to come out on March 20th right now.
Hell yeah.
There's the new song that we got a little snippet of. Turns out to be called Thoroughbreds, and like I said, it'll be released on the 13th. So you can go back a day and listen to it. Meanwhile, seems like they're putting together a tour in support of said new album. So that's exciting. Poison the Well is a little bit more old school in the mathcore screamo scene.
Right.
Um, so for all you old heads, like I wouldn't say like me, I did listen to plenty of Poison the Well, but it was probably like a couple years before my time. Um, but
I
yeah,
did
you can go back.
hear on this that their tour announcement was
Uh huh.
accidentally leaked by Ticketmaster.
Yikes.
Yeah, like they weren't gonna unveil anything, but yeah, Apple Music. Well, so Ticketmaster, yeah, jumped the gun on some of the tour dates, and then their album announcement was kind of like the same deal where we got a full like track listing and stuff on
Yeah.
Apple Music, and yeah, so it just sounds like whoever's managing their promotions and everything kind of sucks.
Yeah. They're
So,
dropping the fucking
but
ball.
we're excited. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, but you're getting paid for a job. Stop leaking shit.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, who's to know whose fault it is, but if it is um anybody outside the band, I'd fucking sue some people, dude. Why not?
Right.
Be litigious. Um, yeah, I didn't listen to the Tropic Rot, um, their 2009 album.
Mhm.
Uh, I did, however, listen to their 2007 album Versions. I was a big fan of that one. Um, the album before that, You Come Before You, and then obviously the 1999 record, The Opposite of December, A Season of Separation, is killer. Um, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about you old heads out there. But yeah, exciting things for Poison the Well.
Hell yeah.
We got some news that after nearly 2 years of being with the band, Jay Weinberg has officially announced his departure from Suicidal Tendencies.
It makes me sad.
Um, yeah, it's crazy because that guy just seems to like bounce around bands quite a bit,
Yeah.
which is pretty unfortunate because it's making him look bad. But apparently, the reasoning behind leaving Suicidal Tendencies is because he's about to have the birth of his first child, which is
Congratulations.
cool.
Yeah.
And it sounds like his words, not mine. It says he's instead going to work on some passion projects and focus naturally um, to the shifts of becoming a first time father. Um, which I can tell you, I mean, Jay is, I feel like he's pretty old now, at least in his late 30s.
Yeah, I would guess that.
Um, let's find out. I feel like he's got to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was born
1990.
a year
So
before me.
yeah.
Um, so he is 35 years old. So it's probably a little easier for him. But when I had my child, I had no fucking clue what the hell I was doing. So,
I think he's a little
yeah,
better
I
off.
could
I mean, his dad's pretty, I would say, pretty famous. Max Weinberg. Um,
I
used
mean,
to play
money
for.
wise is
You
yeah,
know what I
that
mean?
that
Yeah.
is a different story, but just knowing what the fuck you're doing is it it doesn't there's nothing. I mean, I took like baby classes and shit
Right.
uh leading up to it. It
Okay.
didn't help me with fucking anything. So yeah, I could see being in suicidal tendencies and touring and shit like would make adjusting to that pretty fucking hard.
Right. Good luck to you, Jay.
Um, yes. All right, so I know we talked about earlier the new track by
Oh,
Pussifer, and I said that we would be coming back to it. So here I am coming back to it with the last little bit of artist news for the day. This is a big one, a pretty cool one. So with that new song, which was uh,
impetuous.
Impetuous, and the music video, um, they have expanded their universe with the launch of the first ever comic book series called Tales from the Pussiverse. uh, Issue one, which centers around a character called Belendia Black, um, was first introduced in the band's music video for Pendulum, which is another track on this upcoming album. And then Black is in this new episode or this new music video or visualizer, or what do you want to, whatever you want to call it, for this new track. Um, the debut issue was written by Maynard James Keenan,
Okay.
but features artwork from Marlon Shoop, who apparently worked on Captain Action and G.I. Joe,
Okay.
as well as Andy Bellinger, who worked on Friday the 13th, which I would assume is a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Um, so that's pretty cool. Apparently, it's got lettering from Jack Morelli, who worked on Afterlife with Archie and some Marvel comics. So we got some big names behind the artwork and composition of this. Um, the first installment um, is basically a conversation between Maynard James Keenan and Belendia Black that you can see in this visualizer. Um, but it apparently serves as an entry point to a broader series. So that's pretty cool. Uh, Maynard James Keenan was interviewed and said, I remember how excited I was in elementary school when Wolverine was first introduced in one of the Hulk issues. Uh, he said, called neighborhood dibs immediately, long before cosplay was a named thing.
Hell yeah.
So seeing Belindia Black in print brings back all those joyful school memories.
Yeah, that's got to be a good
So that
good feeling.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. And then the illustrator, Marlon Shoop, he pitched in and said, Pussifer's leap into comics with Maynard James Keenan isn't merch or novelty. It is an extension of their long running conversation with the absurd. The book hums with the same tension as the music, satire wrapped in menace, humor sharpened in philosophy. And he said he's just glad that he could be a part of it and bring it to Vision, um, which is pretty cool. This first issue of the comic book was available exclusively on pussifer.com for $6.66.
Nice.
And it's now sold out, which it
That's
pissed me
not
off.
surprising. Yeah.
It's not surprising, but like I went on. So when I found this news, I
Mhm.
went straight to the website to see if I could get it, and it
Mhm.
was already fucking sold out. So
I'm
that
sure they'll
was,
print it again,
I
hopefully.
hope so.
Can't
Yeah, I
see
mean,
why not.
otherwise, it sounds like this is going to be a series. So if I missed out on the first issue, how am I going to read any of the future ones?
Exactly.
I really wonder how much more content is in um the first issue as opposed to the visualizer for this song. Because there's quite a bit of content in that visualizer,
Yeah,
but there's not like, I don't know. It's funny, but it doesn't really give you a ton of information. Just kind of like
exactly.
introduces what's going on, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny that
Um,
this is how they released it, cuz and this is just kind of a side tangent, but like I kind of like the idea of like a moving graphic novel like this. I've experienced this format twice now. Once when I first purchased The Watchmen on DVD.
Dude,
They
I fucking
had
love that movie.
Right? They had a pairing with it. It was like a two disc, or actually, no, I got the movie itself, and then right next to it at the video store was The Watchmen as like an animated graphic novel. They just literally put the panels up on screen just like they did with the Pussifer video, and then would give you some time to read it. You had a little bit more control if you wanted to. You could like, press a button or like skip, next page or something like that. But it had an auto
That's
feature and it
cool.
would just go through the whole thing. The second thing was a few weeks ago. I got this game. It's a little bit older. Is a remaster of an old '90s PS1 game, but medieval. I got the deluxe edition on PlayStation that had the game itself, the art book, the soundtrack, as well as an animated comic book, graphic novel of like a sequel story from the second game. And we sat there, me and Kat watched it for like 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and got to see the little side story and stuff. And I just think it's such a cool concept, and I wish more people would do it. You know what I mean? I read a decent amount. I read a lot more manga than I do comics, but comics are always
Yeah.
really cool. I got into those first. With some of the Archie comics, just as like the
How
point of sale, like impulse buy thing, and
yeah.
yeah, I love that. So
I'm gonna I'm so I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot to some nerds out there, but what's the difference between comics and manga?
I well, for one thing,
As
where they're
opposed,
being
like, yeah. I mean,
so
obviously set like it's like a Japanese or Asian version of whatever's going on. I know that their comic books typically are formatted backwards from what
well, that's just how
uh
like
the
they
US
read
is.
books, like they read it backwards. So it's
Right.
not just the manga thing, it's how they read. They go from right to left as opposed to our left to right. Um
Right.
and I mean the big difference is just where it's being produced. Like I believe, the actual that's what comic book means in Japanese is manga or whatever. Um
Okay, so you read comic books, you just read fucking, you just want to sound
Japanese
cool
comic books.
saying,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. That's exactly
All right.
what it is.
I'm glad
I
we
do
got
have a
that out.
collection. I mean, you got me that one comic from Ollie's or whatever. Uh I can't remember the name. I've got it floating around here somewhere, but that was fucking sweet. I used
I
to
don't
read
remember either.
comics on my PSP. They had like a comic book reader. They could go in, pay money to buy books and stuff. I would just
Yeah.
go and torrent the e-file or whatever and just pop it on. But yeah, I'd gotten into a lot of need to get into more comics now. So, and
Yeah, I
usually
mean,
whenever I go, uh,
no, what
go
were you
ahead.
saying?
Oh, so when I go and get manga, usually like Barnes and Noble or a comic shop, um, especially at Barnes and Noble, like they'll have the graphic novels and comics like right behind the manga shelves, so I get a nice little area to enjoy. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I started like a little bit of a comic book collection. I've read a handful of them. I'm not like a avid comic book reader, so I'm not like reading issue after issue. I'm just reading episodes.
uh huh,
But Dude, Ollie's has a pretty cool section of comic books. The only thing is, I mean, it is cool and it is lame, but they do packs of usually like 3 to 5 comic books. And they'll show you one, the rest are in a bag, so you don't know until you open it.
Exactly.
And most of the time, they're comic books that I've never fucking heard of, and they're some of them are pretty lame. But I found some cool, interesting ones that way as well.
Yeah.
Um, Back to Pussifer's situation, I love this a lot. I've always liked the idea of it. I think the first time I ever heard of anybody doing this was Coheed and Cambria.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
they did something where they like did it was like a either a comic book or a graphic novel or something like that, which is pretty cool. Um, I did surprisingly, I didn't buy it because of this, but I was just surprised when I opened it up. I got Ozzy Osbourne's album, like more recent album, Patient Number 9, I think, and
Uh-huh.
that came with a pretty sick, like thick comic book, like a
Okay.
graphic novel sort of thing. But it was pretty cool. I like it. I would definitely be um pushed to purchase more records had they
Yeah.
come with cool stuff like that.
Exactly. I know that In Flames also did something like this. There's like a good like
Oh
year or
yeah,
two
I
where
remember
a
that.
lot of bands I forgot what they called it. Coheed's was called the Armory Wars. It's got 20, 32, 36 issues. Yeah, it's added up right there. Between four different
All right.
volumes, so that's a little we would call those omnibuses or tankobons in manga. Um just in case you wanted
Yeah.
to know. But
I
yeah,
you know
In
me,
Flames
dude. I'm I might not be into it, but I am always curious and I would love to try and
get some deets.
step into your brain for a minute, you know?
Hell yeah. It's weird up in here. Yeah, In Flames' comic was called The Jester's Curse. They've been really pushing that. I think it was a pairing for their more recent album Foregone. So when
Yep.
I got that
I,
sweater, I was definitely thinking about grabbing that graphic novel as well, but I was already dropping like $100 just to get it shipped from Sweden.
damn.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like that's
That's
about enough
stiff.
money I can yeah, I can spend about that much.
um Sorry, I was getting myself set up with some new music.
There you go.
Um which will lead me into our last little bit of today's episode, which is our tour announcement. This one's pretty cool, and I might try and make this. However, it is pretty decently far away for me. But the Louisiana hardcore sludge metal, I don't even know what to call them. The bands Crowbar and I Hate God, both of them I love very much. They announced a spring tour together, starting in their home state of Louisiana, making their way up the West Coast, hitting a couple stops in the Midwest. However, the closest stop for us is Evansville, Indiana, which is a little bit of a hike. But that's happening on April 10th. And then they finish off the tour by traveling over to the southern East Coast and for a couple dates along like Virginia and Georgia and
Okay.
shit like that. Um, so that's pretty cool. I have seen I Hate God in the past. I've never seen Crowbar, so that would be really
Yeah.
cool. I am listening to their album Broken Glass right now from 1996. I fucking love this fucking album.
Nice.
So
Can't
dirty and tough. But
jeez, yeah, I'm looking at the map for Evansville. That's probably about what, 5 hours?
yeah, that's far.
Jesus, yeah, it's right there on the border. I'm used to going a little more east
Yeah,
towards Louisville, but it's just one of those.
yeah, looking at that the tour dates for this. It just kind of fucking sucks a little bit.
Yeah.
They hit some weird spots. Uh, they're like hitting Midwest cities that like don't really make a whole lot of sense and skipping some of the bigger ones, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Unless they're just trying to go for like a smaller, low key feel. That could be the
Right.
case. They're getting old. They're pretty old, both bands.
I love that the venue's called Stage Two. Maybe
Stage
just
two.
The B side like venue. They're like, whatever. Just come over here if you
Maybe.
want.
I've never actually been to Evansville, so I have no fucking idea.
Can't say I have either. So I try and avoid
I don't
Indiana
know
as much
what's
as I
there.
can. If I drive into it, I want to drive out of it immediately. So
Yeah,
can
I
you blame me?
try as well.
Right.
I try as well, and I
Yeah.
grew up there. I think that's why it's got me running
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
quickly.
You experienced it firsthand. Yeah.
Yep. Um well, that's all we got for this episode. So
Yeah.
fucking I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you to like and subscribe on our YouTube, which is at the Riff Report News. Follow us on Instagram, like our shit, talk to us, comment on our stuff. Our Instagram is at the dot riff dot report. Um, and if you want, you can check out our playlist on Title. Just search the Riff Report with Ryan and Tyler. Um, I'm going to remind you right now. We got our regular news and release broadcast for you every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And then you can join us on Friday nights at 6 p.m. for our new short show called The Riff Report After Hours, where, as Tyler put it, we get a little goofy.
We do.
So
Yuck.
fuck. So for now, stay loud, stay angry, and we'll catch you in the pit.